All right, welcome back to the next lesson. We're in lesson 4, the first part of lesson 4, on page 16 of your workbook. So if you could please join me on that page, we will get going through the unit. Okay, so we talked a little bit last time when we were doing multiplication, we talked about area models. So we're going to look at area models in lesson 4 and kind of further explore how those could help us do algebra. So here on page 16, we're going to explore 4 different ways, 4 different ways of multiplying. Okay, so here is the old school way of multiplying where you have 22 times 13. Okay, and you're going to take the 3 times the 2 and get 6, 3 times 2 and get 6 again. You put 0 here for your placeholder because you're going to end up multiplying by 10. So 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2 is 2. And then you're going to add going straight down, which is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 2 is 2. So 286 here. Okay, and this here's our area model. So they broke it up 20 and 2 to make your 22 and 10 and 3 to make your 13. So like before, we're going to take 10 times 20 and get 200. 10 times 2 and get 20. 3 times 20 and get 60. And then in this little square, you got 2 times 3, which is 6. And then you have to add them all up. So 6 plus 20 plus 60 plus 20, you get 286 because you got, this is your only units digit, 6. You got 60 and 20 is 80. So that's your tens digit. And you got 2 for your hundreds digit there. Now, similar to before, we can flip these around. So I can take 13 times 22. So you got 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Put your 0 because you're multiplying by 20 now. So 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 1 is 2. So then you add straight down, you still get a 6 there, an 8 there, and a 2 there. So still 286. Here they've kind of used this arrangement. So 13 and 20. Still an area model, but they don't break it up into squares. So here they give us 20 and 10, that's 200. 20 and 3, that's 60. They've done that. 2 and 10 is 20, and 2 and 3 is 6. Okay, so 200 plus 60 plus 20 plus 6, 286. Okay, so what is the same about these 4 calculation styles? What is different? Okay, so some of you may like one or over the other. This is more of an area model. This might be more of a density model because they're all the same amount of area. What does it matter? Does it matter which number goes first? Why or why not? With multiplication, it doesn't. It's the commutative property of multiplication. You can do it in any order that you want. How does each part of the process match up across different methods? Okay. So you're still getting the same numbers. Like if we compare these two right here, here I have a 66. Well, right here I have 6 and 60, which is 66. Over here I have 220, which is 220 right there. Okay. So they all have the likeness of each other, just starting and represented a little bit differently. So write a think out loud dialogue comparing these 4 ways to multiply 22 and 13. Okay, so a think out loud dialogue is between 2 people. Or more. So we can vary here. Okay, so let's look at each method. Okay, so method A and B. So sorry, we can just write down what I said. So B and D are area models. But with this one, B shows exact squares, where D does not. And like we said, that's a more density model. Okay, density, because this little rectangle has 200 while this one has 6. So it's this one is more dense than this one. We can say A and B, or A and C, are the same, but numbers in different order. Okay, which doesn't matter. Okay, but we still get all the same numbers. Okay, so you got 220, 220, 260 here, 260 here. But if you go the other way, you got 220 there. Okay, so in each, you can see the numbers being added are the same. Okay. All right, so area models are a good source for large multiplication. Algebraic habits of mind, use tools strategically. So using area models is not a new way to multiply. It's a way to sort out and organize your reasoning about multiplication. You can draw out a model to multiply two numbers on paper, or you can imagine one in your head when doing mental math. Okay, so you can picture this or kind of write it down. So here we got 52 times 3. So 3 times 50 is 150. 3 times 2 is 6. So they broke that apart. So we're taking 150 plus 6, which is 156. If I were to give you just this problem right here, you may freak out just a little bit. But this is another method that you can use in your head, hopefully, eventually, once you write it down enough times. Okay, again, they give us 3 lengths, and we're going to use it to kind of draw a picture here. Okay. So here they have B times C plus A. So here's B on this side and C plus A on this side. So we have A, little short guy, A, and then times B. And so there's AB and then C. We have B. And then B again, so that'd make a little square, and then A. Oh, I forgot to fill in these parts in here. So this is AB, this is AC, this is BB or B squared, this is BA. Okay, so you got A plus B, they've got that there, A plus B, and then B and then C. So here we've got a large, so B and C. So here you have AB, here you have BB, AC, and CB. So you've got kind of a multi-digit number there. And we could keep going on and on and on and on if we wanted. Okay. So here you've got C, and then you got C again, so square here. So C or C squared, and then A. A, so AC. Okay, down here on number 8, okay, draw an area model and use it to multiply. Okay, so we've got 4 times 80 and 3. So 4 times 80, well, 4 times 8 is 32, and then you got to put your 0 on there for the placeholder. 4 times 3 is 12. So if we add those together, 2 and 0, that's 2. 1 and 2, that's 3, and then 3. So 332. Here we have 2, and we got 498. So you have 498. Okay. So you got 2 times 400, that's 800. 2 times 90, that's 180, because 2 times 9 is 18. Add on your 0. And 2 times 18 is 16. So you got 600, so that's 6. You got 1 plus 8 plus 0, that's 9. And you've got 1 plus 8 is 9. So 996 for that one. 6 times 51. So 6, 50, and a 1. Okay, so you got 6 times 50. Well, 6 times 5 is 30, and the 0 from the 50. 6 times 1 is 6. So 300 plus 6 is 306. Here we're with our 2-digit numbers. We got 60 and 4. We've got 10 and 5. Okay, so 10 times 60 is 600. 10 times 4 is 40. 60 times 5, well, 6 times 5 is 30, add the 0. And 5 times 4 is 20. So add these together, 0, 0, 0, 0. 4 plus 2 is 6, 0, 0. And 6 plus 3 is 9. So 9,600, or sorry, 960. So 35, so you got 30 and 5. You got 150 and 4. And actually with these, it doesn't matter if you put the 5 up here and the 30 down here. You could do 4, 50, and 100. That doesn't matter because in the end, you're still going to be adding everything together. Okay, so 30 times 100 is 3,000. 30 times 5 is 1,500. 30 times 4 is 120. 5 times 100 is 500. 5 times 50 is 250. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so quite a big number. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 5 is 9, and that's it. Okay, so that one's out. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 5 is 8. Plus 5 more is 13. So that gets a little bit tricky because you got to carry the 1 over there. Okay, so you got 10, 11, 12, 13. So 3, and then carry your 1 to the next. So that's 4, 5. So 5390 on that one. What problem is shown here, and what should the answer be? What is the answer? Okay, so it looks like 33 times 21. So 30 times 20 is 600. 20 and 3 is 60. 30 and 1 is 30. Okay, so this is 33 times 21 is the problem. And the answer, so you get a 396. So there's the problem and the answer. I assume that there was an issue with this. Okay. Which area model represents a different problem than the others? Okay, so this one looks like 11 times 65. This one looks like 11 times 65. This one looks like 11 times 65. And this one looks like 15 times 61. So this one represents a different problem. Describe how to tell the difference without any calculations. So just looking at what the column and rows represent. Okay, so we're looking kind of at the labels there to see what it represents. All right, so that is it for the first part of the lesson, just really getting comfortable with those area models. You could, if you wanted, you could start looking at the additional problems here on page 20, and you could work out a handful of those. In the next video lesson, we will be going through the through the stuff to make you think and the tough stuff for lesson 4. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if not, I'll see you in the next lesson.